Can they see us?
And I switched over to the right one. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to Nothing Nerdy. My name is Frankie, and I'm here with the Inspector Who Reacts, and
Hello, everyone. Hello there.
we're talking about the first 5 episodes of Visions Season 2. And Mixie, hello,
Yeah,
how are you?
there's our pelican.
Yeah. Our faithful pelican. How did this get on the floor?
So yeah, Visions is back.
Yeah. So personally, I liked Season 2 so much better than Season 1.
I haven't seen all of season two yet. Like this is why we're discussing these 5 episodes because I haven't
Mm-hmm.
finished it. But um, so far I'm really these are very interesting episodes.
Mm-hmm.
They're very again like there's different types of animation being made with them as opposed to where the last season was more anime focused.
Yeah.
So this one has more variety. It so far it's definitely got some really good episodes.
Mm-hmm. And Mixie thought it
And
was okay.
okay,
See, I thought season one was okay. Like again, I think the whole concept is cool that like these creators have the freedom to do whatever they want.
yeah,
Any artistic style, any animation style, any story doesn't have to worry about canon. Like they have
yeah.
like free
Which
reign, like things that like creators really wish they could do. You know,
yeah,
everybody else has to
like
kind of stick to things. But
these people have the freedom to work on Star Wars without having to restrict themselves to what canon Star Wars has. Like that's and honestly, the having that freedom is so much more creativity comes out of that. You know, not that
mm-hmm,
Star Wars you can't be creative with Star Wars. It's just that it's more interesting what you can do with Star Wars when you don't have to do what is you don't have to stick to something,
mm-hmm,
which I really like, and the stories they're telling are fascinating.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
um,
Yeah, so I like how they have the freedom to do whatever they want. Um, so the first season, there were really only like one or two that like I thought, but like, wow, these are really good. Like, I would like to know, like, I would love to see what happens after this. You know, not that we do, but like, so there were really like only one or two that really intrigued me. That really stuck out to me.
yeah,
Some were
like
okay, and then there was like the one like the band one that was like I really didn't care for at all. But like for me, this season, like every episode got me emotional. Like
mm,
every single episode got me like right in the feels in one form or another. I really liked how there was this continuing theme of like light versus dark, Jedi versus Sith.
mhm.
Um, I know MXC, you had said like on Discord that like you felt like it was a little repetitive, and I could understand some people feeling that way. Like if you want variety, you know, there are variety in other ways, but like not in terms of that
It was like the same story being told
in
in
different
this
ways.
season,
Yeah.
but with different elements to it. Whereas in the last one was very different stories, but with the same style, kind of the same like designs per se,
Hmm.
animation wise. Whereas this one had more variety in its animation
Yeah.
per se.
Faceman Buddha, hello, how are you?
Um,
Um,
but so the first episode, the painting episode,
yeah, so this episode was called just Sith.
Sith,
Sith.
yeah.
And it says a former Sith apprentice leading a peaceful but isolated life is confronted by the past when her old master tracks her down.
Now this one, I actually didn't know, like I didn't read the description, so I just went in
Mm-hmm.
um, blind, and I was it was the design of this one was really interesting. How they made the paint, the animation kind of display the light and the dark
Mm-hmm.
in a way.
Yeah.
And the other thing that it surprised me, or I should say, was really interesting, was the fact of having somebody who was a Sith and no longer is a Sith
Yeah.
anymore. Like we never really see a Sith survive, shall we
Mm-hmm.
say, like survive their turn away from the dark side.
Yeah, it's not a story we really get to see. Like, we see Sith in their final moments turn back to the light side, like Darth Vader, you know, kind of turn to the light, and Kylo
Well,
Ren going
well,
back to being
yeah,
good.
most Darksiders we see they turn and then they die or
Mm-hmm.
they're in everything. We never really see like a Sith live after turning away from the dark and kind of being a part of the light now in a way. Even though I wouldn't say she's a Jedi, she's just not a dark side user anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just I maybe considers herself to be a force user, like just a maybe doesn't align either way. Not that we're gonna call her like a gray Jedi or anything, because that's not canon technically, but like she's just a force user.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was interesting, and to see her fight her old master,
Mm-hmm.
and what that was like, and the little droid. Oh, I love that little droid. He was so cute.
The droid was cute, and I was like, and I liked how there was some like there was a couple little funny elements too, like especially with the droid like shooting that one bounty hunter's head off or something, and then like the like how her speeder was like Grievous's little thing. I thought for a second it was like they were like referencing that with like General Grievous when he had that little wheel thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she had like something like that. Her vehicle, which was really cool. How so she left her lightsaber, so she had to fight off these hunters and her old master for a bit, and then I like how the designs too, where she's got this very like katana saber like blade, where he's got a very broadsword looking kind of straight sword, very for their sabers. It's like a mountain swotar. Oh, yeah. I figured like every vehicle. I mean, we have like those kind of vehicles in real life. In a way, we have bikes that are like one big wheel that goes around you.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually was this thing. Like, man, I kind of want to see one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I will say it took me a minute to kind of realize, like now, like with the context of the end of the episode, knowing that what she was and what she was dealing with and what she realized about herself, it made the beginning of the episode make more sense to me because I wasn't sure what was going on with the painting and the dark side and everything with her all at the start. I was like, oh, okay, I get it now what the story is telling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really. I really like. So I liked the deeper meaning, in a lot of these,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like the painting not being finished, the different colors, light and the dark, and I like how in the end she has like when she's facing her master, she has this realization of. And I don't remember how she worded it exactly, but like something along the lines of "I am both light and dark." Like I need
They're a
the
part
dark.
of me or something.
Yeah, like it's all part of who she is, and it's like when she realizes that and comes to terms with that she's able to defeat him. And if I remember correctly, then her lightsaber suddenly has like the blue and the red.
Oh, it has like her blade is yellow, but it has red secondary blade,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where she's. And it was interesting, yeah, where she defeats him,
Mm-hmm.
her master, and he's like in a way thinks he's won anyway because he's to be defeated by your apprentice in a way still passes on to your powers, but she's like saying no, even though I killed you, I'm not falling back to the dark side.
Right.
In a way. I'm not like it's like I'm no Jedi. Maybe Jedi just doesn't exist for her in this world because she's only known the Sith, but now she's just rejecting. Again, yeah, it's like we've seen fallen Jedi, but we've never seen. And I don't want to. It's weird to say. It's not fallen Sith. It's like you're not somebody who's fallen from the. It's more like a rising Sith. Like what's the opposite of like a fallen Jedi? Is like what's the opposite of for the Sith term?
Wait, you mean like a fallen Sith?
Like yeah, like somebody who. Like, there's people who fall to the dark side, but what's somebody who falls back to or like returns to the light? Like, what's the opposite of that?
I don't know.
It's just I was like, again, like that's concept so new to me that I'm just like, we don't have a term for this.
I like this. It's like his death was her graduation, but I guess he didn't accept the diploma.
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't accept the diploma.
Yeah,
That's funny.
So yeah, it was a. I really enjoyed the episode and its style and everything like that. Yeah, redeemed, I guess is the way, but
The dog is
trying to
asking to
think
go
of
out. Excuse me.
a redeemed, huh?
The dog is asking to go out. I'll be back.
Yeah, good first episode. The chair, there's Hunter. I feel like every time I see this, there's just more stuff in the background. More Bad Batch stuff. Obviously more Bad Batch stuff, but...
Ow. Remind me that the dog is out there, because I will forget. I need a little Hunter love. Okay, let's continue.
But yeah, that was good. Now we have second episode, which was Screecher's Reach. I think that's what it's called.
I think you're right. Screecher's Reach. A young girl seeking reprieve from her days in a rural workhouse discover a legendary haunted cave with her friends. The cave's dark pull will change the trajectory of her life forever. So, I thought it was pretty.
What did you think of this one?
I mean, it was scary.
It was cute until it wasn't.
Right. I mean, I thought it was cool how we all have that as kids, like, oh, don't go to that place because that house is haunted, or we think that person is something creepy, something that they're like when we're kids, we all have things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even like you see that a lot in movies. Like in Harry Potter, don't go to the Shrieking Shack. Shrieking Shack.
Don't go to the Forbidden Forest.
Yeah. So you kind of think it's gonna be like, even she did, like, think it's gonna be some kind of like ghost or game or something, not
Well, yeah, not real. It's not
real,
like
yeah.
Like, it was all cute. It was kind of like, we saw, it was actually kind of depressing in the beginning because we had this factory of children, I'm assuming, being the workforce.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of the very adorable characters just decide to go have an adventure and on their own, like, run away. And the girl, she seems to be very focused on something else, something personal. She's not telling the others.
Right, like she had this necklace that she kept referring to, like, give me strength, give me strength. And I'm thinking it's like a locket from like her mother as a child, and she's calling upon her deceased family for like inner strength. Like, yeah. I figured it was gonna be something like that.
I was thinking it was Jedi, like it was something that she maybe heard of the Jedi and thought like she was attached to it or something, like she could sense some kind of like force, like the force was guiding her in a way, which is kind of true, but yeah, so we had this cute moment. It was, again, we had this moment where like one of her friends like tells her to go, like, I know you don't like it here and I know you should probably go, if you have a chance to get out, don't reject it, like take that chance, like don't look back, which is kind of like what Anakin's mom said like to him. It's like, don't look back, like that sort of thing. It's like, I was like, oh, it's one of those weird things where it's like, again, in context of the whole thing, you now understand where it's going. But before, it was kind of just like, it's a nice message or a nice motivation. But we go to, then we have this it's very cute. It's all everything. It's very beautiful. I gotta say, this one's like, already. This was my favorite. This was my favorite episode so far. It was very, it was very beautiful. Like the whole, like you could see the planets and the reflections, the water, like that whole getting up to the cave and everything. And cute. And then after that, we turn and we're at the cave. And and there was a moment where I was like, oh, this is gonna be horror. Like something.
It certainly felt that way.
I was like, the music got creepy. At first I thought it was gonna be like, the Yoda cave where it's like the only thing in here is going to be what you bring with you, your fears,
I
your
thought the
everything.
same thing.
So,
Yeah.
okay, is this going to be just like that? But no, it was a very real ghost spirit. Sith was in there,
Mm-hmm.
and she defeats it. She has to knocks a rock onto the spirit, and honestly, like just again, the way they draw this thing was terrifying. Like just the slow build and everything. It wasn't a jump scare. It was just that one where it's like it gets into your skin and makes you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And she has the Force and uses that to not finish it off, but defeat the Sith. This person who she's able to then take the light that's this being's lightsaber and finish her trial, which is to take down this beast, this banshee, this shrieker. And yeah, like she escapes and is then finally called upon by whoever sent her the medallion, which is a Sith, which is it's recruited her, and I was like, this had such a dark ending. It was so sad, and it's like, because at the same time it's like you can't. I mean, to be fair, it's like in the again the imagery was very like beautiful in a way, even though we know in the context of everything this is bad. For her, this is like someone to her rescue.
That was a Sith.
It was 100% a Sith. The yellow eyes, the attitude, the red. Okay, if we're gonna go like red, just pure image. In fact, I think this could have been like maybe not like one theory that maybe this banshee or shrieker was this Sith's old master. So she just used her new apprentice to take down her old master, the whole rule of two and everything.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, and and again, like the design, like it's one of those weird things where it's like they were very like not as obviously evil in a weird way. It's like you cannot like there's a design of this Sith that came to rescue her. It's like you could obviously see like how, and again, it's like this child has known nothing but suffering. Obviously, they're gonna like take their chance to get out, and they it was one of those things where it's just like it's like, oh gosh, she's not in for a good time after this.
No, but it's like, but at the same time, you can't, like, I don't blame her. Like, think about it.
I know,
if you were working in those kind of conditions and somebody came along and offered you a better choice, like a better option, of course you would take it,
Yeah, and I mean, it's like she probably doesn't know any better. She doesn't know that there are Jedi or Sith. She just saw somebody coming to rescue her, offering her. Probably she maybe even had the Force or something, or has like felt the Force, so that somebody who understands her. Again, it's that preying on the not weak-minded, but like weak, or not even weak. It's just like preying on the, I guess, ignorance of the situation. And yeah, she had like yellow eyes. In fact, they glowed when she like asked, "Can I bring my friends?" It's like, no, you cannot bring your friends. It's like,
yeah, but like, yeah, I get it. She didn't look the way the
evil.
Typical Sith look, like not wearing the dark clothing, was wearing white. But I mean, a Jedi would never have asked her to kill anything or anyone. So
she would not put with like a very dangerous trial like that on a recruitment.
Murder is not the Jedi way. It's not the Jedi way. If I hear that one more time in Clone Wars, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm rewatching Clone Wars, and anytime I hear them say that, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Just take them out, because it's gonna make this whole thing a lot easier. Sorry. I just watched the episode where...
No, it's like...
I just watched the episode where Ahsoka was being hunted by the Trandoshans. she meets
Mhm.
Chewie, and the other Jedi, and one of the other Jedi was about to like kill one of them, and Ahsoka's like, no, it's not the Jedi way. I'm like, honey, do you want to get out of here alive or do you want to die?
And it's
Like,
like, to be fair, Ahsoka, didn't you like just either it's before or after, but didn't you like behead like 4 Mandalorians? Like,
the Jedi just kind of pick and choose when it's convenient for them. I'm so over the Jedi rewatching Clone Wars.
Mhm.
But anyway,
You rewind. This is the point of the Jedi after, because these are the bad, these are the fallen Jedi, shall we say, not the Jedi that these are the Jedi that led to Anakin falling. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, killing isn't the Jedi way though. Like, not intention. Not it's the last resort sort of
I
thing.
would not be. Oh, that one I should. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but it wouldn't sound good, so I'm not gonna put that on the internet. Never
Um,
mind.
but yeah, this was this like I think it was again the animation, the design, and the way the story, the kind of twist I think made this one for me, made me really enjoy this episode. Like it definitely was a very again it's like I'm guys I I strangely enough kind of enjoy a little bit of some dark twisted stories. So I
Yeah.
kind of really like felt like, oh, this one like surprised me. So I'm like, ooh,
Hmm.
that's a point up there for you. You're in like the top three. I haven't finished this, so who knows? There might be another episode that I really enjoy even more. I'm looking forward to the rest.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I have to get my dog. I'm sorry.
yeah, the dog. There's people mowing the lawn mowing. Yes, those words. Outdoors. But yeah, and I actually the studio that's done that, they've done a movie. It's called Wolfwalkers. I haven't seen that one yet, but I heard about it. It was really interesting style. They're Irish, I think, right? Like an Irish company is what did this
You're
did this
asking the
reshoots.
wrong person.
Aw, here you are, Madigan. Look at you.
It's not a
You're so
streaming night.
cute.
Well, it's not a Twitch night. It's not a Twitch night. All right. Anyway.
So, yeah. Now we have episode 3,
All right.
which
In the stars. Two
Mhm.
sisters, the last of their kind, who live in hiding on their ravaged land, squabble about how to survive with the Empire. On a water run. Hold on, it cut me off. On a water run, the sisters must fight back when they are discovered. So, as somebody who has a sister, I like this one.
Mhm.
They captured the conflict,
I like definitely enjoyed this one as well. Although I will say, like the little sister did get a tad annoying because I was like, man, she's not gonna survive. If like she honestly shouldn't have survived. She got caught like 3 times.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for her big sister.
She was very naive, and I felt for the big sister. I mean, listen, I am the little sister in my family, but like I felt for the big sister because she had all this responsibility, and the little one would just not listen. She was kind of living in La La Land.
I get the little sister's optimism and spirit. I kind of like I appreciate it, but I also understand the bigger sister's realism, or like reality check kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, so it was kind of one of those things where I feel for both of them.
Yeah.
I can't blame either one, but I will say it was like when we get later into this, because it was really the beginning. It was really cute, and I like the stop motion.
Yeah.
Like it was, I don't know how much of it was CGI, but it was very the stop motion they did. Which I gotta say, man, they must have worked on this like the second Visions 2 ended or Visions 1 ended, because stop motion takes a while to finish. And I
Mm-hmm.
know this isn't a very long episode, but man, this is a very complex
Yeah.
stop motion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Big Sister. I like how she doesn't even get the ore back. She just takes the one that she had left.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get this kind of like we get this quick little like light backstory about how the sisters had a village and everything, had a family, and their mother, was a force user of sorts. Probably wasn't a Jedi or like any. Like I don't think it was. I think she just could have been like a force user.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when then we have the Empire come in, and this is one of those that's like this could totally fit into canon. Like this could have been in a canon story
Mm-hmm.
where like the Empire comes in, pillages a planet, completely takes it over, and like corrupts it in a way, like
Yeah.
poisons the water, the air, everything, and destroys the locals. Like when the locals rose up, they just completely annihilated them and left the two children to grow up. And again, it's like how the little sister's like so optimistic, like we can fight them, we can beat them, and like
Yeah.
kid, they're gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
They really could have.
Yeah.
Really, honestly, they really would have if not for the big sister's force powers.
Right.
Um, but yeah, and it's like again, it's like mom fought back, and then mom lost, and then our entire village gets annihilated. But they're all in the stars now. And it's like it's cute, but it is like La La Land.
I just can't get any peace. I just.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Oh, your
My
phone.
phone was ringing
Um,
every time I stream.
but yeah, but uh. But yeah, I still think it was a good, simple story. That again, it told what it wanted to tell really well. Even though I could kind of see what it was going to tell, it was one of those like it didn't have a twist. Honestly, I for a moment thought one of the sisters was going to die. I thought one of the sisters was going to die during this story.
I went through that in every episode. I was like, oh gosh, this person's gonna die. Oh gosh,
Mhm.
this person's gonna die.
Yeah, I thought like the big sister was gonna die rescuing the little sister, and the little sister was gonna learn that lesson, like kind of get hit with that reality suddenly. Or I thought the little sister was gonna die. It was one of those things where it's like, okay, how dark are they gonna get? Like they can't get. I thought at first like they can't. I think the last episode made me like prepared for realizing, oh wow, this Visions is a lot darker than last season's Visions. I
Mhm.
think. Like this season's Visions was not holding back a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Big big Sith goes, big sister goes, or little Sith. Yeah, one of the sisters would have gone Sith. But yeah, the animation was interesting and nice, and I think this is the studio that did Kubo and the Two Strings, which I have seen that movie, and that's a very good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the animation was very beautiful. I like the designs, and again, I like how the Empire. I like how they defeated them too, where they didn't defeat them by taking the ATST head on. They defeated by destroying the entire factory
Mm-hmm.
and cleaning the water and clearing the skies. Basically, save the day,
Mm-hmm.
which was it was a really good. Got Jabba Rock Band. Yeah, that was episode 2.
Yeah, that was the one I wasn't crazy about. Like, it was funny, cool, but
It was a weirdly sweet episode. But yeah, this was a very. I don't know how I feel about this one, but I did enjoy it. So, yeah, its animation and its story, and it's the designs and everything, the way they told it, it was good. But I don't think it was any of my favorites. I don't even think it was on like the top 3, honestly. For now, we'll see. Anything else from you?
Oh my god.
Who is it? Is it your
Can't.
dad?
Yeah. Yeah, no, again, like you said, this one easily could be canon. Like, we get so many stories like this, about what the Empire did. Um, so, but yeah, I mean, I think it was really cool. In the end, they were actually able to take on the entire factory. I mean, that was just kind of luck because
Yeah,
that was
it
not
was.
realistic.
Oh,
Um,
well, in the Force's experience, there's no such thing as luck.
yeah. Oh. um, and I liked how in the end they came together to use the Force to take it all down. So yeah.
It does still kind of have a not so like a kind of it's still kind of bittersweet because again they're still like the last if they're like the last two of their entire planet like that is and who knows if the Empire comes back because hey our factory's not working
Right.
anymore we gotta like check on this.
They're the last ones there. Right, the Empire could come back, and like they'll probably never get off the planet unless somebody happens to come along and rescue them. But
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like it's sweet but if you think about it
yeah,
or think about what could happen might not end. It's still not going to end well.
yeah,
Although it's probably like maybe somebody saves them or something. It's one of those things where it could. Oh, but yeah, I still liked it. Now episode 4.
this was
That's the Wallace and Gromit episode.
cute.
That's the
Okay.
racing episode.
Uh,
That's the chicken run.
it's called "I Am Your Mother." Young pilot Annie, who was embarrassed by her sweet but clingy mom, must team with her for a madcap family race at the academy. Along the way, their relationship is tested by the elements and other things, whatever.
Little Annie.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, this was cute.
Mm-hmm.
This was sweet and a cute little episode. Honestly, like I think I got like I was weird how I didn't expect to get like attached to it as I did like halfway through it. I did start to like feel like oh I kind of getting a little bit like this small like it's weird how it's like I actually was like the mom's not that bad like the mom's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
It's like she's
Yeah, but the daughter needs to realize that she for whatever reason was just embarrassed by her mother, by what she did, what she was creating, and just how she like her personality. She was embarrassed.
I can understand the embarrassment of like being a teenage like she was probably like a teenager or something and her mom definitely was very maybe not unaware of a lot of things but she definitely didn't she was not I got like a sort of oblivious she wasn't oblivious to things she just has a way about her that
Mm-hmm.
most people would like most people aren't like used to or something like that and yes and it had Wedge we had Wedge Antilles.
I thought that was pretty cool. They brought in a
That
real
was
a real
that was really
character.
kind of cool. Very interesting to bring Wedge and make him into a little like racing announcer.
And his personality was so funny.
And yeah, and then we have like our arch nemesis villains, the villainous like pompous one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like I don't know, it's just so like classic in a way. It's so
Mhm.
like childish, but I still really like this episode. I don't want to say like did I like this more than the like the Two Sisters episode? I think the Two Sister episode was a much deeper story, so I think I enjoyed it more. I liked its story more. But I think I just had more fun with this episode, like this claymation episode and the
Yeah.
designs and the way they told it. And the Death Star gun, the little Death Star
was
like
so
popping out and
cute.
shooting. That was so like I laughed so much at that. That was really cute, yeah. And and the Wookiees, like the Wookiee family, like just going ah.
And the baby getting in the way, taking control of the ship. It was funny.
Mhm.
The speeder, whatever.
And the Wookiee, like the little, it's like the that one family like pointing at him like how we're gonna beat you, and the Wookiee like pulls his little doll's arms off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was just a cute episode.
Vertayeth! Oh my gosh, Vertayeth, how are you? Long time no see.
There he is. Welcome back.
That's from my little English muffin. It is very good to see you, Vertayeth. I hope you are well.
So yeah, this is a really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's not in my top 3, but it was a good episode.
Yeah, I just thought it was like a cute, feel-good story about, just like be proud of where you come from, be thankful you have a family that loves you.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed of who you really are, where you come from. Yeah. For Tyeth, okay, okay. Yeah, we're doing good. Okay.
All right, yeah. We're all fine here.
Yeah.
Now we have episode 5. This is the last one I saw.
Okay. This was entitled Journey to the Dark Head. Oh, this one was interesting. A hopeful mechanic and a disillusioned young Jedi team up for a risky and unlikely quest to turn the tide of the galactic war, but dark forces tail them. This one was interesting.
This one was really interesting.
Yeah, the young girl, I guess, like, the group of people, I don't know if they were, like, monks or something.
Some kind of monk that is, like, fortune-telling monk of sorts, of their own kind of spiritual, nothing to do with the Jedi or the Sith, but they can see, like, I guess, the Force. They can kind of see the things that are happening out in the world with their powers and the way their world works.
Yeah, and like it was like the rain would come down and I guess go off there were these mountains, like one face was at the light side, one face was in the dark side. The rain would come down and it would go onto these stones, which was interesting because not everything is set in stone. I thought that was interesting. And you could the way the water hit it, like you could see like visions. So she had seen a vision in the stones. But I guess that was when she was a child. And then later on when she's
I wasn't sure if she was a child or that was just her, because of the outfit, it made her look more childlike. And when she turned, maybe some time has passed between, but
she asks the monks, like, can't we tell the Jedi or something? Maybe they can do something to intervene and change the tide of the war or something like that.
And yeah, I liked how, like, it's one of those things where, like, she's not a Jedi, but she does want to fight for them. She wants to help them, which is interesting.
Right.
And she wants to, and yeah, again, how her powers and her, like, the world she's from, and the I guess the only thing I can say is religion that she follows, the kind of thing, is she wants to use it for good. She wants to use it to help the Jedi and defeat the Sith, because the Sith are bad. Like, and so later on, when she I guess gets older, she leaves and goes to the Jedi to present her vision and asks for their help in a way she can help and help. She needs their help and she's wanting to help them.
Right.
Which, from I guess in her world, there are two kind of statue heads, and the statue heads represent the dark side and the light side. And she figures destroying the dark side would actually destroy the dark side for the rest of the galaxy in a way, or something. So they agree to, like, you know what? Hurt doesn't hurt to try. It's like, doesn't hurt to do. So they send this again, because this was the longest episode. I feel like it had the most time to kind of build up the characters and build up the story. But this felt very like I've seen a lot of anime. This felt very, very much like an anime episode where we get to meet the characters and kind of have This is one of those where I kind of want to see another story with these characters. I want to see the mechanic girl and the Jedi guy. Like, I want to see another adventure with them or something.
They were cute together. Like I like how like they were kind of against each other in the beginning, but then they kind of realized, oh, hey, we make a pretty good team. Even though there's like
Yeah,
constantly butt heads, it was cute.
yeah.
Oh, her
Um,
voice reminded me of Sabine Wren's from Rebels. Like her voice was similar to hers.
hmm. I have to listen to it again, but yeah, I like they had very good voice acting in
Yeah,
this too,
I felt
in
like
all of the
yeah, in
episodes.
all
But
the episodes, they were like there were certain voices that really just stuck out to me. That I was like, oh, I really like the voice actress for the first one, the Sith. I really liked her voice.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and throughout, yeah, there were certain ones that really just stuck out, including hers. Oh, you thought of her too, right? Right? Same similar voice, similar personality. You know.
To the chat, there was like a voice actor that I thought, and I think I was wrong, but I thought was in the first episode that I was like, I think it was the Sith. I thought I recognized him. I was like, oh no, it's not him. But yeah, it's like that was one of the voices that I was like listening to. Yeah, like her voice, um, and the Sith in this one, his voice too. Like there was some very interesting like acting going on here, which is
Mm-hmm.
really like I feel like this was more like the voice actors got to flex a little bit in a
Mm-hmm.
way in this episode because they had more dialogue to speak of, more character. I guess it was like there was more of a character to be and build
Mm-hmm.
than in some of the other episodes where it was like, even though they all did great, I feel like again, the longer your episode is, the more you have a character you can be and build up.
Right.
So yeah. Not that this one was much longer, like everything else was like 10 to 15 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, we meet the Jedi apprentice, and we at first I thought this was a vision he was gonna see, like a foretelling, but it turns out it was probably like a past
Yeah.
vision he was seeing, which was him being the sole survivor of a bunch of this Sith's like slaughter in a way, which was very brutal. I was
Yeah.
gonna say like this is a lot. It was one of those again. It was like one of those moments where like, whoa, Vision's a lot darker than I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be. They went there,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So and like this Sith's design was actually really cool, and it kind of gave me like Dementor vibes or something from him
Yeah.
for a bit. He was like that cloak in the face where we didn't see his. At first, I thought we were never going to see his face, like we wouldn't see it at all. But he did take off his helmet eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So the Jedi is recruited to do this mission with the girl, and again, I keep forgetting their names. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I can't remember.
um, but I did like how they were like again they were bickering in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's like she was just like, "You're a Jedi," and he's just like, "You're the pilot," or something like this. We're gonna be just like it's autopilot, huh? And it's like, yeah, because I can't. I love how again their banter was. It made me grow attached to them very quickly. And then they go, "Oh, there was like, oh, did you break a wing?"
My fidget toy is squeaking.
Oh,
I can't fidget with it anymore.
you're playing with it so much.
It
Um,
sucks.
no, it's okay. They squeak. Just got to give it some oil. I think that's oil.
I need tick.
You need a gonk.
Yeah, that too. Among
You
other
need a
things.
gonk and go get your Echo and Tech.
I feel like
Echo and Tech to work on
I feel
it.
like Echo would be pissed if I asked him to do that, but Tech would do it because like it needs to be done, so like Tech would do it.
Yeah.
But I don't think Echo. I think Echo would be put off if I asked him.
Yeah, like so they go to the planet and they get attacked by there was like you know what I can't remember what episode it was if it was this episode or any of the episodes or there was something else I was watching. Somebody mentioned Nar Shaddaa. We keep getting Nar Shaddaa mentions, but we don't go to Nar Shaddaa.
Are you sure it's not just MXC mentioning it repeatedly? Because I don't think Echo would be put off if I asked him.
Somebody,
Because, like, it needs to be done, so like Tech would do it. But I don't think Echo. I think Echo would be put off if I asked him.
Somebody needs to take me to live action current canon Nar Shaddaa. I need to see it.
You need to play VR
Yeah, like,
because we go to Nar Shaddaa in one of the VR games.
oh, we do? Okay, is it the Vader VR game or something like that?
Now, what the hell was I playing? Galaxy's Edge?
Galaxy's Edge has a VR.
Yeah,
Nar
there's one
Shaddaa
where you're
VR.
like IG-11 and you're like on Nar Shaddaa.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, no. Wasn't there another game that was not like Vader, not a Vader game, but it was
Yeah, it's the
another.
Galaxy Tales from Galaxy's Edge, but there was like the first part and then there's the second part.
Yeah.
The second installment, you're this one where you're like one of those IG things and you're on Nar Shaddaa and you're
Oh yeah. Okay, I need to check that out because I really want to see what Nar Shaddaa looks like in
check
canon.
you he's busy and that he would get to it later.
Oh, Jedi Survivor. Yeah, Jedi Survivor mentioned Nar Shaddaa. That's what it was. I definitely was like, yeah, take me to Nar Shaddaa. But yeah, I really would like, or I liked. So yeah, these two head to the planet on their plans. She gets some like sticky gloves and some rockets and everything. Like
She came prepared.
It's actually weird. It's like, why? I guess she just. It's kind of funny. Why did she need the Jedi? I guess it was just like, okay, you can do this mission to destroy the statue, but just take one of our Jedi friends. He needs some help. So it was more for him than it was for her.
I thought I was like, all right, well maybe she's thinking she needs the lightsaber to cut off the head. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of. Otherwise, like, yeah, why exactly would she need it? But I don't know.
Mhm. But
oh, I wasn't concerned about spoilers. I mean, that.
But yeah, they get attacked by the Sith. They crash, and then they get out of the crash on a speeder, and then they're on another chase. And we have this small fight with the between the Sith and the Jedi, and her trying to get there. And the music in this one, I think, was very well done. Like the music in these episodes has been very beautiful, but this one I think stuck out to me the most.
Mm-hmm.
This, like so far my favorite episode of Visions is the Ninth Jedi, the one where all of those like the one where the lightsabers change color.
That was
and
last season, right?
Yeah, last season. And I am like waiting, and so far, not that any haven't been great, but I'm still kind of waiting for one to top that one. I still think that one's my favorite Visions episode. I'm kind of excited to see where the rest of these are, but like Screecher's Reach and this one, this episode, were pretty close. I think they were really good because again they had more. This one had a longer episode. It kind of had the animation. There was, for the lack of a better budget. There was a budget for this episode. Mm-hmm. Not that all of them had a budget. Now that I think about it, like they all worked very hard.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so they have a fight on this ring that attaches the heads to each other. And again, the Sith and the Jedi have at it. And the girl's about to blow up the dark side head. And which obviously you can see which one's dark and which one's light because they glow different colors. But over the course of the fight, the colors start to get mixed. And at first while I think that's kind of what was happening, I do think it was also kind of a showcase of that the dark side and the light are still intertwined. Even if you destroyed this head, there would still be dark side. Like destroying it's not an easy fix. Mm-hmm. You can't just destroy this head and be done with it. There's, like these are just statues in a way that are representations. They're not like a core factor in this world.
Right.
And so she, instead of using the rockets to blow up the head, she uses the rockets to distract the Sith. Because her vision apparently was her and these two in their battle is what she saw in the past. And then with that realization and the realization that she can't just destroy the statue, she helps them, and he defeats the Sith, and she rescues him when he's falling because she got a parachute. And I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh, she got a parachute.
Smart
Yeah,
girl.
that's
I
going to
mean, I
come into
wish
play
Tech
later.
had thought that far in advance, and maybe he did. Maybe he did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And yeah, they have them. They're like, huh? Well, we both learned something today. Like he kind of learned his Jedi like path that he needed to. He kind of got, I guess, recentered or something because he was being tempted by the dark side the whole time. He was like teetering where he could have fallen,
Mm-hmm.
but in this, he learned balance in a way. He learned to be able to resist the dark side.
Yeah.
Just you can just leave it flying. It's in permanent flying mode.
Any what is it? WD-40 or
Gorilla glue,
no? Not Gorilla Glue. You know, the WD-40.
model glue, or something.
It needs something, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah. So that was that episode.
And then yeah, it ends with them landing, and then she realizes something, and he realizes something, and then they both start walking off, bantering again because it's just like, hey, it's like I don't know what he says, but she says like, well, thank you for showing me that the Jedi aren't all like aren't all special that I thought they were. WD-40. It does sound like a droid. WD-40.
Well, when I get a droid, that's what I'll name him. WD.
And yeah, those were the 5 episodes that I have seen. So yeah, was it 9 episodes this season? So there's like 4 more left.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna be. I'll be watching those soon, and I'm actually reacted to them, so I'll have to edit those and upload those episodes.
Okay.
Depending on the time, yeah, they're short, so I should be able to get those out pretty soon. Yeah. So of those 5, which was your favorite?
Oh.
Or which did you like the most?
I gotta look at them. I'm tempted to say the first one.
The Sith one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, the first one.
I think I'm torn between Screecher's Reach and Journey to the Dark Head is what this one was.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So it's like those 2 are up here.
I've seen all of them too.
Sith, yeah, she's ahead of me too. So
I did my homework.
She's
weird.
She has me to watch to look forward to.
Yes. Where's your appendix? Just
what?
I've had a pain here
Nerdy,
for like
are you
the
okay?
last 2 weeks, but it hurts a lot today, and now it's spreading to here. Looking for a free exam.
I don't look at me. I'm no.
Well, Alex is the expert. I don't. It's on my left side. It's probably my muscles because I've been working out more, but I'm in pain.
Then you pulled something in your sleep or something or it's a rib.
It doesn't normally take 2 weeks. Well, that's good. Okay. I didn't think so, but Anyway, all right. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. So far so good. Yeah, still hasn't. Nothing so far has topped what the Ninth Jedi for me. So but I'm excited to see the rest of them and see if any of those do.
Yeah.
And trust me, you will know. Yeah, honestly, if something's really bad, you will know it.
I figured, but I'm just paranoid because I'm like, this has been lingering a little too long for it to be a pulled muscle. But well, if for whatever reason I don't show up one night, guys, you'll know why.
Belt line your stomach, kind of. Yes, under the belly button area.
Your belt line and your stomach. But isn't it to the side or no? above your hip, but my hips don't lie. All right.
But
Yeah, that's all.
yeah. So next Monday, I think will be the
Yeah.
next stream to talk about the final 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, on the right side of your belly button.
Okay. Oh, I'm good then. Okay. Then it's just a
So it's not that; it's something else.
It's something else. Yeah, it's something else. So we'll see. Okay.
So we don't have an answer. We just have the answer that it's not the problem you're worried about.
From your lower belly to your rib. Okay. Yeah, just. Okay. All right. So I'm in the clear. Okay. Anyway. All right. I got.
We're all fine here.
Yeah.
Nerdy may not be, but we'll find. Hopefully, she is.
I'm never fine. I'm falling apart, but it's all good. I thank you all for coming.
You're
That was so
21.
Nice.
You're 22 now.
Well, we're just gonna keep going back to 21. I mean, even if I turn 22, we'll just go back to 21. It's like
your years are like leap years. You have to wait 4 years to age up 1 year.
Yeah. But now it's like I look at 21-year-olds, I'm like, oh, you're just a baby.
When Nerdy finally reaches like grandma years is when she'll be like 23.
Yeah. I'm in that stage where I'm like, I don't even like working with 20-something-year-olds. Like, that's how old I've become. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we thank you all so much for watching and chatting with us. Faceman Buddha, MXC, for Tithe. It was good to see you again. And
next stream
Yep.
will be the rest of the visions, and who knows after that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So everybody have a great rest of the night and a wonderful week. And we will catch you all in the next stream.